Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Cordoba. Hernandez. Koopmeiners. Now it's Thuram. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Ribery. And here's Rafael Leao. And it's Bellanova. Oh, that's nice. Hernandez, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Shevchenko, and the counter is on. That's a cute ball. De Vrij cuts it out. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, that's ambitious. Thuram. And that has left him in a heap. Bastoni. Rijkaard. Thuram. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, what a climb! Ribery played out to the left flank. And it's Koopmeiners. 30 minutes gone. Conceição will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, that was vital. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Can he finish? Goal! Inter! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Milan really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Inter Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Davids. It's a threatening ball. And that's been won straight back.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And it's Conceição. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Platini. Now it's Shevchenko. He's tried one! Oh, it's hit the post! Pass somewhat off target. And the shot's on here. Shot, surely! Oh, it's gone in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He has found a way through. Ribery. And we hit half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. He's having a go! Has another go! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Gattuso. And it's Michel Platini. Looking to play him in. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Terrific header! Hernandez attempts a clearance. And he's there to make the block. Milan have their second corner now. He gets big! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Rijkaard. Now the ball's gone astray. Distributed tidily. Now that looks a decent ball. Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Looking for the run. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And he's played it back, and it's Rijkaard. Hernandez, back towards the middle. And here's Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Milan finding their passes. It's Ibrahimovic! Hernandez. Cup Miners, who does have an assist to his name. Now it's Ribery. Bellanova. Rijkaard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's a key interception. Bellanova. And it's Cup Miners. And it's Hernandez. Well, that is one way to stop him. Here's Cup Miners. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Conceição going face-to-face with his great rival.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down.
Oh, terrible pass. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. And here's Rafael Leao. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on. Davids! And one more try! Ribery. He shifted it to the flank. He's got away. And that has put a halt to things. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So to clarify, extra time will follow. So our quest to find the winner continues. Rijkaard makes the interception. Francisco Conceição. And that's going right the way across. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Castellanos. Schneider. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Conceição. Mkhitaryan. Now who's going to be first to this? Milinkovic-Savic. Now it's Batistuta. And it's Schneider. De Vrij spots it and intercepts. Francisco Conceição. Now it's Conceição. Now it's Mkhitaryan. Spread it left. Mkhitaryan. Shevchenko. And that has been cut short. Ribery. Ribery unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Shevchenko. Mkhitaryan does really well to win the ball there. Ribery. Driving on and making good progress.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's made its way to chance! Great effort, but the end of the first period of extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? And we're off for the final time. It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. And here's Batistuta.
Oh, really well played.
And Batistuta! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan take the lead.
Oh, that's tremendous. They've shown it again and again in this competition. They'll fight to the very end. You have to admire them for their spirit.
Now, this could be a chance. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Castellanos. Cannavaro robs him of possession. And he's going to have his name taken. And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Mkhitaryan. Good read, needed to be. And he's gone looking for safety.
Inter really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Caught offside that time. Mkhitaryan. Castellanos. Now it's Batistuta. And here's Castellanos. And that's it. Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for...
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going on. Ibrahimovic is having a shot! And here's the chance to counter. Threads one in. That's been cut out, well played. And he's there to make the challenge. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Schneider. And the pass is intercepted. Nicely shaped ball. There's the shot! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Messi. Gattuso cannot be beaten that easily. And this is Ibrahimovic. They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. Filippo Inzaghi. He's away! Messi is flagged offside. Neymar, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Plenty to aim at here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Schneider. Out towards the flank. And it's Schneider. So we're still where we started right now. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's through it. Chance for a shot! Oh, he's hit the bar! Challenge just a bit on the firm side. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Shot a goal! And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Alonso. Well, he's a tricky customer, but he slams the door shut. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And great chance! Off the post! And one more try! Decent enough try.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
30 minutes gone. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Gattuso. And he whips it in. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here. Paris Saint-Germain trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Roberto is eyeing up his options in the middle. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. This their second corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. And he shoots! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Paris Saint-Germain are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And a cross. That could spell decent chance! No mistake! And they're at it again in double quick time. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Paris Saint-Germain are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Shevchenko. Gattuso produces the perfect tackle there. And it's Messi. Now it's Inzaghi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's had a shot! Oh, that wasn't far away. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's hit the post! And he can clear it away. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Pass is just off target. And he gets rid in a hurry. That's a good run down the left. And he's picked it up out wide. Gattuso. Costa Curta. That is ended up in no man's land. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Just a whisker away. Roberto Carlos. And this is Shevchenko. He's through now, is he? Shevchenko! Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards.
Had too much room. It was one of those instances when desperate measures were called for and it was a reckless lunge.
Dealing with the pressure. And that's one back. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Flamengo get themselves back into contention.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Now it's Shevchenko. Now this could be a chance. He has found the way through. Davids played into the box. And that's the keeper's ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Schneider is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's...
And Shevchenko! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Flamengo choosing to make the first change. We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Who saw this coming? It's turned into a real fight to the last. Decent progress down the left. Oh, some tackle that. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Shevchenko. Messi. They've got a throw in. And he was alert to it. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Now it's Inzaghi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Cafu pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Flamengo still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that is as far as they're going to go. That's a pretty loose pass. And he's only too happy to take that back. Rijkaard. Pele. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Xavi Alonso, looking for options for movement. And he's managed to get free. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Takes a shot! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Flamengo complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, that's delightful. Time added on 4 minutes. Goes for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Conte. And that has left him in a heap. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, and I think the ref has just reminded him that he'd been warned earlier.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. So he's plotting something before playing it in. And with that, the final whistle. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high...